Today, I want to talk about the temptations to sell your Pokemon investments when they have gone up in value, specifically when things have skyrocketed in value in a short period of time, or when things have doubled in value. A lot of people at these points tend to sell. And today, I want to explain why, for the most part, it is almost better never to sell at these points, at least what it has shown in the past with Pokemon's history and how products have performed. It is almost best just not to do anything at most points. And I want to give a specific example in my own experience where I have learned this the hard way. So I've told this story many times on my channel, but I'll just say it in this video because it's relevant. So back then, about a few years ago, I had bought Evolving Skies booster boxes at an average cost of like $130, $140. And I had bought these, and a few months later, Evolving Skies booster boxes got up all the way to like 220, 230. Like they skyrocketed in value. Now, at this point, I was very new to investing in Pokemon, and seeing these gains and seeing that these investments were doing really well, it was tempting to sell them because I was like, man, I could just sell these investments right now, make this gain, use it for other things. And also at this time, there was a word of a reprint of Evolving Skies happening, so I decided to sell all of my Evolving Skies booster boxes and look at where they're at now. They're at like $750. And since then, I've learned the hard way that for the most part, when things have skyrocketed in value or just doubled in value or whatever the case may be, even if you think at that point it's a good time to sell, usually it's not. Things in this, hobby products, the growth is not linear. And I think that's what a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people think that when, these products that hit a certain price, like maybe they've doubled like to $200, that they're going to just be stagnant forever. They're not going to go up. No one's going to buy them. But we have seen with Evolving Skies booster boxes a lot of points of stagnation. When Evolving Skies hit, $200, $300, it kind of stagnated. And it stagnated for a while, then it went up all the way to 500 and stayed there. Went all the way to 600, kind of stayed there. And now it's at like 750. It had some points of stagnations, but it has gone up over time. And that's something I wish I would have known early on, is that even when you see things skyrocket in price, double in value, there is usually, for very good products, a way higher ceiling. Now, everyone has their own strategy. Some people may have the strategy of when things double, they maybe want to sell some of their products to cover their base costs and just the rest is profit, which is not a bad strategy. But even still, if it's a very good product and it is, honestly, I just wouldn't sell at all because I just see these products in a way where, even I could just cover my costs and everything just be pure profit. Obviously, it's less risk, but if I'm selling it to, just cover my cost, I feel like it's still not worth it because I feel like there's still more growth and a lot more higher ceiling. And it's just not worth selling just to cover my costs. But that's just how I invest. But I totally understand other people that have the other perspective and other, strategy of just selling their investments to cover their costs. But I personally don't really do that because I see a longer term for these products, and I think I would regret selling them just to cover my costs, and that be my only reasoning. But you know what? That is a pretty good strategy because you could use that money to keep buying other things, which would be good to be able to have more products and just be able to kind of like churn your money. But for me, I'm in it for more of the long term, so I just don't want to sell anything, and I have pretty much been that way with basically all my booster boxes that I have bought within like the past year. I haven't sold any of them, so yeah, that's just how I do it. So I just want to make this video, especially it's for those that have just started investing, but also for you guys out there that maybe are getting into investing during the Scarlet and Violet era. We are seeing a lot of sets and products skyrocketing in value. And if you just started investing in Pokemon and you're seeing these gains, I'm not gonna lie, these gains that we're seeing right now is not really normal. We're seeing like 50, 100% gains within like a couple of months. This is not normal, in Pokemon history. This stuff usually does not happen. And people out there that are seeing this right now, I feel like are getting into it at a bad time to see these unrealistic gains because these usually don't really happen. But I don't want people to see these and just get too excited and sell their investments because they're seeing these gains. Because, even though it might seem like a good idea to sell because they have, risen in price so quickly, there's a way higher ceiling for a lot of these products, especially because of the market we're in and that just everything is going up so quickly. If you sell right now for a lot of these, I feel like you're really going to regret it in the future because I really think that these are going to keep going up. So I just want to show you some examples of some of these products that have gone up insanely, like in the past, like just couple of months. And if you were to sell right now, you would be doing pretty well for the amount of time you've held them. But if you're looking at more of the long-term perspective, selling now, yes, you can make your short-term money, but there's a way higher ceiling, and I think these will see exponential growth in the future. So first here, Twilight Masquerade. Now this set is only like 5-6 months old, and the booster boxes are $160 to $170. These are so expensive for how old they are, and hopefully none of you guys have been tempted to sell these, because yeah, they've gone up to 165. If you were to sell them, if your base cost was like $100 after fees and everything, you might be looking at maybe a $30 to $40 profit on each of them, which in the amount of time you've held them for, percentage wise, that's like 30-40%. That's honestly pretty good for just 5 to 6 months. But and you also might be maybe like when a reprint gets announced wanting to sell them, which I honestly, I've said this many times with reprints, even if one is set to come out, I honestly feel like still the time wouldn't be to sell. If anything, it'd just be another opportunity to buy more. But when these get to the point of like being around $200 when they've doubled, because honestly how it looks right now, I mean, this set is only 5-6 months old. I don't know when it's going to get reprinted, but I wouldn't be surprised before this gets reprinted if it goes up to $200. At that point, you would have doubled your money basically. Obviously fees, whatever, you might be making more like 70%, but you would have like on without all the fees, you would have doubled your money. And a lot of people at that point are going to want to sell, especially if this goes up to 200. I honestly wouldn't be surprised. This is all speculation, but I wouldn't be surprised if this box went to $200 within like the next, like, within 3 months from now. I really wouldn't be that surprised. And a lot of people I feel like at that point are probably going to want to sell. Maybe they're going to want to use that money for the upcoming sets. But that's the short-term thinking, is that you're thinking, oh, I'm going to sell this because I made my gain. I'm just going to go into the next thing, which it can work, and that definitely is a strategy. But I feel like a lot of times when you make those decisions, you end up regretting them because you think that there's a better play and you sold the investments that were doing good and that you made your gains on, but then you might miss out on those more exponential gains after the point when a lot of people sell. Because like I said, when things have doubled in price, a lot of people sell. And the reason why I know this is because I see a ton of more listings of products when they have doubled in price. It's like a ton of people just sell all at once because they have doubled their money. And a lot of people, that's the reason why I feel like this whole Pokemon investing thing works, because not everyone holds forever. And that's where people who hold on for longer will see and be able to get the gains, and that a lot of people won't see because a lot of them are too short-minded. So Twilight Masquerade booster boxes, a lot are selling even at this price point. Even though this box is really new, a lot are selling for $160. And don't let this be you. All these sales you see for $160, a lot of these people listing them, don't let this be you. Do not sell. For the most part, I'm pretty sure you're going to regret it, because these, whenever before they get reprinted, I'm telling you, I would not be surprised if these go up to $200. So even though you can make decent money right now just telling them, in my opinion, I feel like these are just going to keep going up, especially in the market we're in. Now, going to talk about 151. 151 has done extremely well. It's very surprising to see a specialty set do this well in the short term. 151 is just different. I mean, the Elite Trainer boxes are basically $100. This is pretty crazy. And I think a lot of people at this point, if you bought them at release, you would be doing very well now. You'd probably be over 100% gains if you bought these at release. And you might be kind of tempted to sell, but 151, with the strength we're seeing, especially now with a huge surge in prices, there's just so much strength in the set that if you don't see a higher ceiling than $100, if you sell now, I feel like you're just gonna regret it. Yes, these can get reprinted. I've talked about it many times. I feel like Elite Trainer boxes of these specialty sets get reprinted a lot. So in this case, maybe it wouldn't be the worst thing ever to sell and make a profit. But like I said, for the most part with things, with reprints, in my opinion, when reprints come, it is better not to sell and just to buy back in if things do tank in price. That's just my strategy, because I have learned the hard way with Evolving Skies. But these have done so insanely well, and it's pretty crazy to see. You can see a lot are selling here for around like $90 to $100. Don't let this be you. I'm telling you. I think these just have a higher ceiling even if they get reprinted. I just think selling now it's too short, even though these have just recently skyrocketed. I think there's still a higher ceiling. Same thing. Specifically with the Pokemon Center ones, I've noticed these really going up a ton in price recently, and a lot of people selling them because these are now like $230. I don't know what is going on. I think recently I just showed you guys this in a video and it was like $200. Now they're 230. I don't know what is going on, but a lot of people are selling and a lot of people are buying. Like, it's really crazy to see how much is being sold for its price. Like $224, and this is only a year old. And a lot of people at this point, you would have like tripled your money. And I understand people want to sell. Like, all these people are selling. For me, I still have mine, and I'm going to continue to hold because I'm telling you, there's still a lot higher ceiling. And if you look at these short-term gains, they're really amazing. I mean, making like 200+% gains in like just a year, that's insane. But there's still a higher ceiling, and I feel like a lot of people that are selling now in the future, when these go up to $300-$400, like, I'm telling you, it's very possible. Obviously it's going to take some time, but I feel like even at $200, like at it is right now, you can make good gains, but I still see a higher ceiling. So even with this, I'm not going to sell. 151 Ultra Premium Collection boxes. You could have bought these at Costco not too long ago for $90, and they're now $200. These have gone up so much within the past month. It's actually, I don't even know how. I never even saw this coming with these ultra premium boxes, but just everything with 151 has just gone in like crazy within the past couple months. But these $200, and just recently you could get them at $90. A lot of people are probably seeing 100% gains within a couple months, and that is pretty unheard of in this whole hobby. And honestly, that could be a flip play to be able to get rid of these bulkier products, and 151 right now is super popular. But even still, 151 Ultra Premiums, I really don't think these are products that get reprinted that much. I feel like Elite Trainer boxes are usually the products that get reprinted, but Ultra Premium Collection boxes, they're really good, especially long term. Ultra Premiums are, like, in my opinion, like first or second to like Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes in terms of like the best products for specialty sets. So these ones especially, I would say, are not ones you'd probably really want to sell. If you do have 151 product, if anything, I would probably say Elite Trainer boxes is the most safe to try to sell and make your gains on, because I feel like those are the ones that usually get reprinted. But Ultra Premium Collection boxes right now are at 200, and they're selling very often for around that price. And yeah, just 151 is going insane. But for you guys out there that have 151 products, hold on strong. I know you might be very tempted to sell, especially in this market when things are going crazy, but I really see a higher ceiling for these 151 products, and I think these will do extremely well in the future, and obviously they've already done very well, but a lot of people might be tempted to sell when they see these gains, especially if you're new. So just wanted to make this video to kind of just reinforce in your head that to see the longer term, the bigger picture. It's very easy to get caught up looking on TCG Player every day, seeing your investments go up in value, especially with this market. It's crazy. But this video, I just want to remind you, stick in for the long term, and you'll probably thank me later, because I have learned the hard way that usually when you look at these prices and you react to them because they've gone up in value, you will usually regret it in the long term, because a lot of people will sell because they have a short-term mindset, yeah, they won't be able to get the rewards for being in the long-term mindset. So that's all I wanted to say today. I just wanted to reinforce the long-term mindset for you guys. That's all I had for you, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one.